from, and a little bit about your dialysis journey so far.
So my name is Lupe or Lupita. I am from Dallas, Texas, and a little bit about my story. I actually got diagnosed back in 2018 at 24 years old. So I was just out of college, having fun, doing some traveling, went to Europe, went to Mexico, did some traveling in Texas, and then I had to stop because I kept getting UTIs. And I didn't know why they were happening or where they were coming from. Went to an ER, got antibiotics for the UTI, went away, and a week later it came back. And this happened for a few months, and after 3 months of going to the same ER, the doctor was finally like, okay, let's do some tests because something's not right. So he did, and this is when I found out I had CKD. This was the first time I had ever heard of CKD. I had never heard of it. I didn't know what it was or why it was happening. But I went to the nephrologist, just like the doctor told me. And the first thing that she told me, the nephrologist told me when she walked into that room was, you need to lose weight. I was weighing 320 pounds at the time. So for me, it was a shock because I was like, well, I've been big my whole life. Why is it affecting me now? I don't feel bad. I don't feel anything. I don't think anything's wrong with me. So I went home and I lived my life like normal. I didn't make any change. I didn't diet. I didn't exercise. I didn't change my lifestyle. 2 years later, I ended up in an ER because I had another UTI, and this time it had turned into a kidney infection. They sent me to another nephrologist who told me if I didn't get my life together by November of that year, I would be starting dialysis. I tried listening to him. I tried losing weight and changing my lifestyle, but I only lost about 20 pounds. And on my 27th birthday, I went in and got a chest catheter. It was a Friday night, and the following morning, Monday morning, I started my first dialysis session on November 1st. Since the beginning, my doctor was very adamant about me starting home chemo, but I didn't want to because I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I was alone at home, and I couldn't stick needles into my arm myself. And I just didn't want to do that. So I went into a center, and this is where everything kind of went downhill because I got very depressed. I started to feel all the symptoms, the headaches, the low blood pressures, the cramps, the tiredness, not having any energy at all. And I felt that I went from someone who loved to travel and be active to someone who couldn't do anything, didn't have the energy to do anything at all but sleep. So I went into depression very, very bad. I had a difficult conversation with my husband and told him that I wanted to stop dialysis overall. I didn't want to do it anymore because it wasn't me. That person that I had become, that wasn't the Lupita that used to exist. So I talked to my doctor, and he kind of pushed me into home chemo. He said, you can do it. You can do it alone. You don't need a partner, care partner. And, the needles, we can establish buttonholes and you'll be fine. So I trusted him, and I said, you know what, I have nothing to lose. I'll go ahead and give it a try. I went ahead and did it. Now I kind of regret not having done it earlier. But as you see, one of the biggest things that I have suffered with dialysis is emotional health. I am a very depressive person and have a lot of anxiety. Even now, after being on the transplant list, being fine on home chemo, I still suffer from depression and anxiety, and a lot of patients suffer from it. And we just kind of suffer in silence and don't tell anybody. So I kind of use my platform and my story show everybody that even though we suffer from this condition and we suffer from depression and anxiety, there's always a way out and there's always something good coming out of it, because at least we're still alive, and if you're not alive, you can't make your dreams come true. So, and then this is just a little video from TikTok, I guess.
Like the video, Lupita, I would love for you to answer, do you feel that social media has had a positive or negative impact on your mental health? Thinking.
Technical difficulties.
Well, while we're waiting for that, just a quick
I'm
minute,
sorry.
Lupita, because just to talk, Lupita will do Facebook or TikTok lives
Yes.
while she's on dialysis, and sometimes she has 30 to 50 people watching. And asking questions. And so back to Caitlin's original question, how is that interaction? Has it helped you? Has it discouraged you? Maybe tell us a little about it.
It's actually been very helpful. I guess getting to talk to other patients and other people who do dialysis, or people who never even knew that you could do chemo at home, and them sharing their stories with me. It's actually lifted me and gave me a positive outlook on life. So it's been very, very helpful to be able to connect and to share my story and help other people get connected to home healing as well.
It's really amazing. So we will try to show you Lupita's TikTok video if we can get it up and running. But Caitlin, I'm wondering if we should move on to the next person over.